We've been fighting a long time, and we have all lost so very much, so many loved ones gone. But you are not alone. There are pockets of resistance all around the planet. We are at the brink. You have no idea how important you are. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Hello, everyone. I'm doing the continuation of how I meditate on the rosary, the glorious mysteries now. We're doing the first glorious mystery which is the resurrection. Now, I wanted to point out something that is not really shown, or I should clarify and say is not really taught by the church, though it should be, because it's a theological truth. The fact is that Mary wailing at the foot of the cross, if you've been following this series, she was wailing in pain. Remember, because she felt Christ's pain as her own because their hearts are one, according to St. Bridget of Sweden. And because of this, she was literally on the ground, wailing in pain, extreme pain, because she was feeling the pain of the nails being pierced in his hands and in his feet as her own pain. And again, when his heart was pierced, she collapsed, wailing, because her own part was literally pierced, like if someone took a sword and literally just stabbed her. Okay, now why is that? Now, back in the joyful mysteries, if you've been following these, Mary had the blessing of a painless birth. But in Revelation, it says that she was wailing, giving birth. Why is that? Well, the fact is, she was wailing when she gave birth, but not when she gave birth to our Lord. She was wailing at the foot of the cross because she was spiritually, not physically. So get your minds out of the gutter. She was wailing at the foot of the cross because she was spiritually giving birth to all of us as her spiritual children. Right, yeah. Because if any of you know Genesis, pain is a result of original sin. Pain of birth. Okay. So that, since we're stained with sin, with original sin, but she is not, she experiences the spiritual pain, so to speak, of giving birth to us. Okay. Now, with that in mind, I want to begin the first glorious mystery. Now, if you can, just take a moment and just close your eyes for a minute. Or just keep them open, but just close your eyes. And imagine yourself right there witnessing this. 3 days have passed. The third day, the sun of the dawn rises, touching Mary's house. She's laying there, looks at the sun. The worst of it is gone, but her grief hasn't left. And she sits up on the side of her bed. And then she feels those chest pains, those stabbing chest pains. Because our Lord's heart was pierced, her heart was also pierced. And it's just my personal belief that she experienced chest pains for the rest of her life after that. Okay. So she holds her chest. She's grasping it. She's feeling this pain, just getting through this moment. Takes a deep breath. Then when it subsides, she gets up and goes to make something for breakfast for herself. And then for me, I switch the scene to the tomb. Our Lord's body is lying there on the slab, covered, lifeless, as dead can be, mutilated beyond recognition from the crucifixion. Like this was a brutal, gruesome mutilation of our Lord's body. Period. End of discussion. He was mutilated so badly that he didn't even look human anymore. Okay? So He's lying there, dead. And the creepy crawlies in the cave start coming out because they're going to feast. Been 3 days. And plus the devil wants to make God a liar. But then an amazing thing happens. Light starts to come from his wounds of his body. The wounds that was where all over his body are starting to glow. Only to get brighter and brighter and brighter. The creepy crawlies and the tarantulas stop. And they try to scurry away. They scurry away and the wounds of Christ's body just get brighter and brighter and brighter, illuminescing the cloth. And then the rest of his body just becomes brighter and brighter and brighter. Comes so bright that if anyone was in there, they'd go blind. And it just gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And then our Lord takes his first breath after dying. And then a bright flash of light floods the entire cave. Completely fries and cooks all of the creepy crawlies into like just crispy things like a potato chip, you know? And then there's another flash of light. And he appears again. And he's kneeling in the cave. And the light subsides. And he looks up in the darkness. And he doesn't even have to lift a finger. Doesn't have to do anything. He just looks at the stone. And he makes it move. And it just moves by itself. Then he stands up. And walks out. And the guards that were keeping guard over his tomb are snoring and snoozing because why would they stay awake, right? He's dead, right? Or so they think. Then one wakes up, sees him walking out, and he screams, terrified. Then all of the guards start screaming too. They're stumbling over each other trying to get away because they think he's some sort of zombie or that he's going to take their revenge on them. They scream and run away in terror, stumbling over themselves. Even one trips and hits his head on a rock and knocks himself out. And then 3 angels, I imagine this, 3 angels appear. 2 angels with incense bowls standing across from each other, and they kneel down, holding up the bowls of incense. And then Michael is there with a set of clothes for our Lord. Because again, he didn't have clothes on. So Michael, the archangel, dresses our Lord, puts the clothes on him, goes down, kisses our Lord's feet, and puts sandals on his feet, kisses both feet. Attaches the gold sash on his waist, tightening it and everything. And he kneels down with the rest of the angels, bowing his head to his risen God. And our Lord walks forward and he disappears. But he goes to Mary, who's been suffering the most from this. There's a flash of light and he appears at her door smiling. Okay, just as he was when he was alive, only better. And Mary is just overcome with unspeakable joy. Imagine this. Imagine all of you who have experienced grievous, horrible loss. A brother may have had a drug overdose. Maybe a child was murdered. A mother, a parent, a grandfather you were close to died. Imagine the joy you would feel if after they were buried in the grave, appearing at your doorstep smiling okay. She's overcome with joy. And she runs to her son, embraces him. And she's just can't even speak. She's just crying these tears of joy. Releases a shaky exhale. Because she saw the worst of it. Our Lord was mutilated. He felt the wounds go in his hands, but in hers. She was there. She felt the sword pierce his heart and pierce hers. And he's okay. She knew this was coming, and our Lord hugs his mother. Says, it's okay. Now the real work begins. Go to my disciples. Tell them I've risen. And he disappears. And then our Heavenly Mother bends down to kiss the very ground. He stood right there. Then he goes. And then she goes off to do what he said. And that ends the first glorious mystery. Now, I'll tell you, the glorious mysteries are my personal favorite because they show their triumph and glory. That not even death could keep our Lord bound. Not even death could bind him. He overcame death of his own power, of his own glory, and the glory of the Father. Overcame death for us, so we could be with him, so all could know his love. For me, that takes my breath away. Okay, that is the first glorious mystery. The next one we will do is the second glorious mystery, the ascension of our Lord into heaven. And that's basically it. Again, say your rosaries every day. You want to know what true power is? And a little side note, if you want to know the best way to fix this world today, it's the rosary. The Battle of Lepanto was the single battle that saved Western civilization. Why? It was because of the rosary. Look it up. Our Lady of Fatima appeared in 1917, made the sun dance and spin wheel across the sky. Our Lady of Lourdes, countless miracles. Our Lady of Guadalupe, countless prophecies and miracles throughout all of history. From where? Our Heavenly Mother. If the rosary has the power to make the sun dance across the sky, spin wheel, fall to earth, climb up again, make prophecies that were predicted come true to the letter, and end wars, maybe we should actually try it. Because honestly, I was one of those that didn't actually believe it myself. When I saw all these Christians and Catholics praying the rosary for an end to abortion, overturning of Roe v. Wade, I'll tell you what, I was a Catholic. I'm like, yeah, I believe in the rosary, but you know what? You're wasting your breath. This isn't going to happen. Sorry, not sorry, but this ain't going to happen. You're wasting your breath. You should be praying for something else, not some stupid nonsense that we're not going to see in our lifetime. That's what I was thinking. And then I was in the car, heard on the radio, it's been reported that the Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade. My face turned white. I'm like, I felt like I stepped in another dimension. I'm like, no, what? And then I'm like, okay, maybe I should look more into this, you know? And me personally, I found the video called Power of the Rosary, done by Father Donald Calloway. He went over the history of the rosary and everything quite powerfully, I might add. But I thought to myself, wow. I thought to myself, if the rosary is really that powerful, because I couldn't discount the overturning of Roe v. Wade, something I thought was impossible. I thought maybe, just maybe, it would work for me if I believed in it. And so I chose to believe that it was real, that it would work for me if I believed in it, if I had faith in it. And I've never been disappointed. Never. The only time I've been disappointed is when I have dropped the ball, when I stopped praying the rosary. There's a reason why in the litany of the Blessed Virgin Mary, she is said, Mary most faithful, because she never abandons us. We are the ones that drop the ball, me included. But a word of advice: if you've made it to this point in this series I'm doing, and you find yourself struggling with the rosary, this is what worked for me, because I once struggled with saying it every day too. in the beginning, I would recommend literally, and this was my thinking. Maybe it's flawed, but this is what I think. I thought, you know what? I struggle with saying this every day. So, saying this because at some point I sometimes stop and skip days. I can't skip a single day. So I figured, you know what? I'm just going to pulverize myself with the rosary. Just pulverize myself, so to speak. I say 3 a day. I try to say, I say 3 a day, and because my goal is to just pulverize myself with the rosary. So it becomes habit. Because even if I miss one of the 3, I've already said 1. But I always say 3. So that would be my advice. Pulverize yourself with the rosary, and you won't be disappointed. I don't know. Maybe I went a little off the rails there. But again, that's the video. I hope you've been keeping up with this. I hope you enjoy it. God bless. Godspeed. Say that rosary every day, and see you on the other side.
The shadows where I once did roam, fighting demons far away from home. Loved ones faded, one by one they left. Broken promises haunting my thefts. But in the silence I heard a soft call. Christ beside me, I won't fall. Though they left, I'm never alone. In His light I have found my home. With every step He walks with me. In my heart I know I am free. I turned my life, found the hope within. Wrapped in grace, washed away my sin. Fallen yet rising, I learned to forgive. With every heartbeat, I know I can live. No more darkness, my spirit set free. With faith and love, I find my peace. In His light I have found my home. With every step He walks with me. In my heart I know I am free. In His embrace I finally see Christ is with me eternally.